timeless reading for Gemini, starting with the card Earth, followed by Female, Sustainability, Flow, and Efficiency. With the first two cards, I have the feeling there is something about rituals. And I'm speaking of some kind of positive spiritual rituals that are very connected to the earth. These might be very ancient rituals, and for some of you, they might be rituals that are unconsciously spiritual, that maybe daily rituals that you have, also regarding your physical hygiene, that you just thought were normal, not actually rituals, but they were just parts of your normal daily life. But actually there's a tremendous spiritual significance beyond them, and you might suddenly realize that something that you are doing is actually a spiritual ritual without you ever having thought of it this way. For others of you, it just means you will find something, tap into something that will open your awareness or will make you find a specific ritual that is very connected to the earth, that will open up very profound perspectives and certain knowledge within you. There is something about being rooted, deeply rooted, something about being fierce and fearless here. Your reading generally feels very spiritual to me. The other readings were, yes, also streaked with spirituality, but also very mundane. And in your case, I feel like everything here is about spirituality, and there is a lot of earth and water, or at least that's what I'm feeling here. I felt drawn to the rain, to the water here, to the water in here, and with the efficiency card, we have the octopus in the ocean. There is a lot of earth and water. Even the female card, I connected it to the earth. Not only because it's next to the earth, but that's the energy I'm getting from this card today. Everything feels like very rooted, very earthy and earthly, and yeah, there's also a lot of water. And when I realized this kind of significance about these two elements, I took a look at the bottom of the deck and saw the water card. So this is extremely important. What is water and earth? It's mud. So maybe there's something in here for you as well. Maybe there is something connected to mud. Maybe you are mud bathing. I don't know. Something is extremely relevant here. I'm also getting, even though we don't have that here literally in the cards, I'm sensing something about a group. It could also be a spiritual group, not a cult, nothing dangerous or toxic, but something here that might include others into your routine or into this ritual that is connected to earth, water, or mud. Might sound weird, I don't know, but that's what I'm feeling here. And that's actually, of course, there's something about the awakening of visions and spiritual knowledge here that is connected to the feminine energy. And of course, this can also apply if you are a man. And the earth, the element of earth, will help you to open up these kind of spiritual gifts. But yeah, something here about the sustainability and flow card. This is somehow being moved forwards by water. Yes, metaphorically being in the flow with the water. The water could represent something else here for you, but also literally. If we want to take it very, very literally, there could be something about being on a ship, being on a boat, and traveling somewhere. There's also something, that's the weird thing, there's a twist in the sustainability card. Usually I would say this is being smart, capturing the water for hot summer days when there is no rain for a quite long time, and then you can use the water that you saved earlier for the times when you need it, when it's dry. So you can use that. That's just being sustainable. But in a weird, twisted way, I'm perceiving that this card has a different meaning in your case. There is something about abundance here and not having to be extremely sustainable at the moment, because there is an intense rush of spiritual energy that will give you a lot of natural flow, a lot of abundance, like some kind of very powerful force that will rush through your spine and make you realize something about always having enough, or that there is it's just getting more and more weird, like somehow realizing that droughts and lack, and when things just become scarce, or just like in the Middle Ages when winter was really rough, maybe because they didn't know yet how to store enough grain or how to store the grain properly so that it doesn't freeze or it becomes wet and it starts to mold, like preparing for winter in the Middle Ages, or even longer times ago. Maybe humanity wasn't that evolved, but now it is. But even now we still are struggling with droughts and with climate change, but somehow you will realize a spiritual connection to all of these situations of lack. That somehow it has always been this way, that there was a spiritual meaning behind these very harsh and brutal times for humans. And that this is due to our ignorance on Earth. And I'm not only referring to climate change, like saying, yes, because we are so greedy and ignorant, and that's why the Earth is starting to change and it's going to destroy us. That's not only what I mean. It's more than that. It's deeper than that. Like even looking back at other times, far beyond climate change, where humans and animals have always been, I'm going to put it into this weird expression now, victims of nature or victims of the elements, like extremely depending on water, earth, sun, and also the air. There is something about this dependence on the elements and how to step beyond that, even if it sounds extremely unlogical or like delusional, thinking like, oh, this is due to some kind of spiritual purpose that human beings have to depend on these elements, but somehow you will unlock a spiritual secret about all these things and realize that if there's a deep shift in yourself and in people, we will not experience so many droughts and so many other natural circumstances anymore that are very harmful for us. Like not even having to be too sustainable. There could also be something about your finances. If you are someone who is very, 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 very careful with their money, there could be a realization that you can be less careful. See, I'm not encouraging you to be irresponsible with your finances, and I'm not encouraging you to spend more than you have or to spend 90% of what you have. If you like to be, what is the English word again? I know this word, but I forgot. Frugal. If you are like that, maybe you have exaggerated that a little bit out of fear, like always saving 60 or 70% of what you have left over, after you paid all your bills and anything you have left over, maybe you saved as much as you can. And I think saving money for worse times, for harsh times, is very smart. It's very good actually, but maybe you have overdone it a little bit and you will realize, okay, I don't have to save 60% of everything that I earned. Maybe it's enough to save only 40-30%. I will still be able to take care of myself in the future. I don't have to be so afraid around this topic anymore. Something about that here. And suddenly, while I'm talking about this, I realize that for some reason I drew some coins into this card. That's weird. I remember when I drew this image, I wasn't even thinking about, I was just drawing the coins in there and I didn't even give it any meaning. It just came out of me. But maybe this is the meaning. Maybe that's the reason why I did it. For this reading now, to see the coins in here. Because yeah, for some of you, or for many of you, this is also about money and the way you spend it or the way you keep it. And just having this trust, like you still don't have to spend 100% of what you have left. But you don't have to save too much, because in the future you will still earn enough. Like there's just some kind of trust in this here. There's also something about what I said earlier here with a group regarding your ritual or your routine. There is also something here regarding this topic with your finances. There is also something about a group, that you will establish some kind of group or social environment where you feel like there's a proper and balanced giving and taking, and this will also make you trust a little more into your financial situation in the future. Like there's some kind of network where in the worst case, if something financially super terrible would happen to you, someone, maybe you have a certain thing on your mind, a certain fear that, oh, what if this and that happens in the future? I will have to be able to take care of myself. No one around me will be able to catch me if I fall financially. But maybe this will also change, and also the other way around, that you are also, willing, if someone would have to go through something that is financially very harsh, very unfair, not something that's their own fault. Sometimes circumstances in the society, circumstances in the market, I don't know, they can change for the worse. And, then sometimes someone who is actually doing a lot of good work, can experience a sudden job loss or something, I don't know. And then they need someone to help them out for 2 months, or I don't know, something like that. There is something about a group here, like finding a social environment where there is this proper, healthy and balanced giving and taking. And only taking when there's truly no other way. That everyone is ready to help each other. And to even prevent others to fall into such devastating situations. It's just generally supportive here in this group. This is not the way I feel it. It's not really a professional group. It could be a new work environment, but I feel like it's more private. If it is a new team that you are working in, then these people will come personally close to each other. Like they will not just be plain colleagues and keep a professional relationship. If this is a group that is your professional team, then it will become very, very friendly and there will be a lot of trust. This is very nice. And speaking of teamwork, trust, there is an efficiency here as well. Yes, this is on one hand your individual energy. Like maybe you feel a boost of energy where you feel very inspired to be artistic or creative in other ways. Or maybe if you have recently been eating a lot of unhealthy stuff, maybe you will pick up cooking more healthy stuff again. I don't know, start with your tax declaration, clean your apartment, pick up your old piano or guitar or violin, whatever. Like doing all of this, like feeling really inspired. Yes, your personal, individual efficiency boost here, but also very much I want to connect this card of efficiency with the flow card and the group, because I feel like this group will become in the core like this one octopus, like almost melting into one person with so many arms. And within this new team, whether if it is professional or personal or a mixture of both, a lot of great work will be done at once. And I also feel like there's something about spare time, about vacation here, like being able to go into vacation earlier than expected because all the work has been done much, much faster than expected. Maybe there was a very complicated or complex project that you were working on, but due to this very harmonized group and the very efficient work, everything is being done so fast that everyone can take a time out much earlier than expected. Very nice here. I'm gonna pick some health and lifestyle cards for you as well. Please interpret these cards for yourself. Learn. Poop could be a digestion. Tea or the earth. Seer. Meds. Hands. And cult. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.